Hand me that wrench.
Mr. Cole, why do the pumps make that noise?
The pumps are carrying very hot water to the engines that create steam. The steam is used to fill the balloons that fly the ship. The noise you hear is the steam being carried to the balloons.
It doesn't feel hot.
That's because the pumps are made out of tempered steel, so thick you cannot feel the heat.
Mr. Cole, how long have you been on Father's ship?
This next month it'll make since 5 years since I left the Poseidon.
The Poseidon? Isn't that the ship that caught on fire last year?
It is indeed, Miss Emma. I'm just so sorry they did not let me take my advice.
Your advice?
Yes, Max. I told the captain and the crew I worked on the Poseidon that the copper pumps were a fire risk.
Why didn't they listen to you?
I assume they thought that it was easier to save money than their own lives.
Is that why you left?
It is, Emma. I could not continue to honor God by deceiving others for the sake of money.
Emma, Mr. Cole reminds me of Shadrach.
Shadrach.
Father told us the story of Shadrach in our family devotion this morning.
Please share this story with me.
Let me start, Emma, please.
All right, go on.
We learn about Shadrach in the book of Daniel, chapter 3, verses 1 through 30. Mr. Cole, do you have a Bible down here?
Bible. I certainly do. I keep it in my knapsack.
I will read the passage. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 64 cubits and the breadth of 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon.
Why did he do this?
Because he wanted everyone in his kingdom to worship his golden image.
He was very prideful king, Mr. Cole.
It seems so. What does this have to do with Shadrach?
Shadrach and his 2 friends were Jewish men who had brought over in exile. They worshiped Jehovah, God, and him alone.
Shadrach and his 2 friends heard the king's command to bow down to the golden image when they heard the sound of the instruments, but they would not do this.
Quite the peer pressure on them, I would say.
Shadrach and his 2 friends did not care that everyone was bowing to his golden image. They were determined to take a stand for God.
What happened to them?
They angered the king so much because they did not bow down to his image that he threw them into a fiery furnace.
Really?
Yes, they were thrown into a fiery furnace that had been heated up for several times hotter.
I'm on pins and needles. What happened next?
They began to walk in the fire. No harm came to them.
The Bible tells us that the king rose up in haste and spake and said to his counselors, "Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of fire?" They answered and said unto the king, "True, O king."
King Nebuchadnezzar said, 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God.
Shadrach and his 2 friends came out of the fire, not even smelling of smoke.
How exciting.
Shadrach took a stand for God, and God protected him and his friend.
He stood up to peer pressure and obeyed God.
Just like you did to the Poseidon, Mr. Cole, God protected you and sent you to us.
For that I am eternally grateful. I better get back to those pumps to make sure they are getting hot water to Miss Plum's kitchen. I would hate to have to stand against her with fiery temper.